Hi everyone, how you all doing today? I hope everybody's doing well and has been having a good week so far. And for those of you who are maybe going through struggles or not feeling well, I pray for you. I pray that God touches you and helps you to be healed and to feel better, and whatever struggle you're going through, that He provides whatever your need may be, or give you comfort if that's what you need. Just hope everybody's doing well. And I want to welcome all my new friends to my channel. I really don't know what my count is. I have not looked lately on subscribers because I don't look too often, so I haven't looked. But if I have new friends to my channel, I want to welcome you all, and I hope you come and you stay and you enjoy the videos that I put out. This video I'm going to get ready to do is a little different than the typical like hauls or DIY or things like that. So I want to I hope you stay around. I hope you check out the videos I've done already if that's what you're more interested in, and I will be having more DIYs and hauls coming up soon. I want to also welcome back all my old friends, all of you who are here to support me from the very beginning, when I couldn't imagine ever in my life having over 400 subscribers. I was like, well, I'm gonna do videos because I watched some of your videos, and I have to say it was Kathy at No Guts No Glory who was the encouragement to push me to just do the videos and to go out there, and just told me it's just you and the camera, even though I know you all are gonna see it. And those of you who like my videos, and those of you who dislike, I don't understand how you dislike a haul video or a journal layout video, but hey, to each their own, I guess. She says just you and the camera, and she was right. Once I started doing it, it was relaxing. Now it's just like, okay, second nature to me. And I know I've been trying to find more ways to put up videos because I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy talking to you. Some of you have become, I have become what I know will be lifelong friends with. Some of you have become like sisters to me. And I never would have imagined that this community, this little community here, that's, like a lot of us are Dollar Tree, do hauls from Dollar Tree, shop there a lot, even though we do other hauls and we do other kind of videos. So I just love you all, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Let me get to what I'm here for, the video. I have talked about me this way. I'm at my desk here trying to be comfortable. I have talked in the past about my health issues. Some of the things, sometimes I might touch on it real quick here and there on some of my videos. Well, there's two things that I deal with. Let me see if I take my glasses off. I could take them off, but I just can't see y'all. But they're glaring and bothering me. Is fibromyalgia and trigeminal neuralgia. Believe me, that second one, the fibromyalgia, I have a problem with. That second one, trigeminal neuralgia, neuralgia, I had a hard time with, especially that second word. I mean, it's taken me, it's been probably almost close to a year. I know it's been at least 9 months, 10 months since I've been diagnosed with it, and it's taken me this long to finally get at that second word. The first word, it took a little time, but that second word just kept throwing me off. But they call it TN for short, just like fibromyalgia. You might hear people say their fibro is flaring up, and that's just, we say that in the fibromyalgia community, we say that short for fibromyalgia. Well, I'm going to tell a little, try not to make this video long. I'm just going to tell a little of what my life is like with each one. And I will leave links down in the description box below if you're interested in looking up to find out more about, oh my gosh, this my TN is flaring up, so I get like getting pains right here. It's part of why I also want to take my glasses off. I'll leave links in the description box down below for both of them, for the trigeminal neuralgia and also for the fibromyalgia, if you want to go look them up and find out anything more, or if maybe some of the things I say I deal with, you're like, wait a minute, I go through that, I go through this, and my doctor hasn't been able to figure out what's going on. Maybe it's something that you might need to talk to your doctor about. So first I'm going to talk about the fibromyalgia, because that's the one I've been diagnosed with now for almost 3 years, I would say. No, almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. I've been dealing with it a lot longer, but it took that long to finally get my doctor to listen to me and send me to a rheumatologist who immediately diagnosed me with fibromyalgia. It seems kind of dark in here, don't it? I ain't got that thing on. No, I don't have that. I have a lamp here, but the switch, I gotta flip the switch to get it to go, to turn on. Well, I'm sorry, please forgive the lighting. It's getting cloudy outside because we're supposed to get a little bit of snow later this afternoon. Well, fibromyalgia is a chronic pain illness, and the thing about fibromyalgia, it's a very individual disease, or individual illness. I don't know if they consider it a disease, it's just more an illness. It's an individual illness. There's different degrees, it seems. I've heard some people with fibromyalgia who they get aches and pains, and they have no energy, and they're tired, and they may get headaches and some other issues that go along with it, but they still can function. They can still hold down a job if that's what they want to do. They can still do their old things, but they just a little more tired, and maybe medication may be helping them. Then there's the other extreme where I've heard of some people with fibromyalgia who have to walk with canes all day, who have to ride around in those little electric carts because they just can't walk, either from the pain or the no energy, or from both. And then there's like the middle ground, where you may have some good days, you may have some bad days. You may have some good periods that might last for a month or more, a month or two, and then you may have some really bad periods that last for a month or two. I'm in the middle there. It's hard for me to do a lot of things I used to do. I've had to make adjustments, which was really hard. That's why I went through a period of depression for a while, because it was like I felt like my life just got totally turned upside down. It was just like, wow, what happened? And then I have some I have days I can function. I can maybe do a little more. I still can't do the things I used to do, but maybe I can do a little more one day than I can another day. But then on my bad days, where it's just a struggle to get out of bed, and where if I didn't have my kids, I probably would just be in bed all day because of the struggle. And this light is really, really bothering me. Hold on, guys. I'm going to carry my tripod. You're all coming with me. We're going for a walk here. Now we'll come back here. There we go. Let's see if this light is coming out to help some. Let me see here, guys. See where to put y'all. No, that's still not. Maybe if I move you guys, please forgive me. Maybe if I move to this side over here. There we are. Hi, everybody. Now you can see me. Okay, so as I was saying here, let me fix my camera here. So as I was saying, some days I can do more than I used to do. I've gotten to where sometimes just doing the daily tasks of taking care of a home are hard. Like washing dishes, I've had to find ways to make things easier. So we basically eat off of paper plates and use paper bowls. We haven't gone to paper cups because we don't use cups too much. We use like bottles and stuff. We get the bottled water, so I just drink it and then throw the bottle out. So it's things like that to make my life a little easier. Thankfully, my kids are older now. It's almost 7 and almost 9. My daughter will be 9 next month, and my son will be 7 in March. And they can do a lot of things now. And they're still at the age where they want to do things. They haven't reached the age yet where, I don't want to do a chore. I don't want to do this. They actually ask me, Mommy, is there something you need me to do? So I take advantage of that right now. My husband, our washer and dryer's downstairs. So my husband will carry the clothes down. And then I can carry up, I bring up one load at a time and fold that load and put it away while the other is washing or drying. instead of waiting until everything's done and try to fold everything at one time. And there's like other adjustments. Now sometimes I have really bad days, like I said, where it's hard for me to get up, but I have to get up. I have to get up for the kids, especially when they have school. I gotta get up, take them to school. And then sometimes I get up, take them to school, and I come home, especially my husband's at work, and I just crawl back in bed and I just stay. And I don't sleep necessarily, but I just stay in bed all day and rest because I just feel drained. Like today, I feel very drained, and part of it's the cold outside. The weather affects your fibromyalgia, like very cold weather. Excuse me. Very cold weather, like when it rains, adds to them pain similar to like somebody with arthritis, where it would add to your pains. Some people get the pains only in parts of their body. Some people have all over their body. One way that they test for it is they do this 18-point test where the rheumatologist will like push on different parts of your body and see how it hurts. Well, let's just say when the rheumatologist did that to me, I almost flew off that table a few times where she was pushing on the spots on my back. And like sometimes I'm very sensitive to touch. Like I don't like things to rub up against my skin, because when you rub up against my skin, it could be even just my child rubbing their hand over my arm. It could feel like sandpaper just digging into my arms, and my skin becomes hypersensitive. That comes and goes on me. Like right now, it's real. That part's not really too bad, but it hurts real easy. Like even like when I get a hug, sometimes it's like I'm like, gotta clench my teeth because just a slight pushing on my body can hurt really bad. Well, anyway, that's the thing with the pain, the widespread pain. Then there's other symptoms that come with it. You can deal with headaches. You deal with even a dry mouth, dry eyes, which today I have both of those, dry mouth and dry eyes. I deal almost with a headache every day. It can be like today where it's just a mild to where it's a migraine, where I'm in bed with an ice pack on my head, to even to the point where it gets to where it starts making me throw up. So there's ranges in that. And then there's the tiredness. You just always feel drained and tired, no matter how much sleep you get. You could get 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep and wake up in the morning as if you didn't sleep at all, because you just feel drained. And they say that sleep also can add to your pain. So like if you're not getting enough sleep and you wake up in the morning, your pain could be worse. Excuse me. And then I've been dealing with insomnia lately and stuff for the last couple of nights, so I've been sleeping pretty decent. So that's good. No, I feel like my cold's coming back. But lack of sleep can add to your pain level. But you have what are called flare-ups. Like, so I might be doing fine, and it can happen just like that to a flare-up. You could be doing fine. You're going about your day, and you're like, oh, I feel pretty decent. And you're going about your day, and then boom, it hits you, and that's it. You're like, you feel like you've been ran into a brick wall, and you just stop. The pain, the energy, it's just wow. And people don't understand how can you go from feeling fine one minute to the next minute you are in so much pain and tired that you can't barely get up and function. I have a cane that I keep on my bed because once I've been asleep at night, when I get up, sometimes it's very hard. I gotta sit up for a few minutes before I even try to get out of bed. And then a lot of times I need the cane to hold on to for a few minutes till I get moving, because it's so hard for me to even get moving in the morning. Then sometimes the flare-up gets so bad, like it was over the summer, that like we took our kids to the zoo. We have a yearly pass to the zoo here, and I had to take a cane with me to walk around the zoo. Otherwise I couldn't make it very far, because I would just the pain and the tiredness, and I still have to stop and take breaks. That's what I'm saying, that it like changes your life so much I had dealt with the pain almost since after my child was born. I don't know if that brought it on. They say a traumatic physical thing can bring it on. They say emotional things can bring it on. I mean, it's back and forth. That Some people say it has to do with the way your body processes pain, the nerves, or something. That's why I said it's hard for me to explain all of it and why it happens and what it's caused by and things like that. That's why I'm going to leave a link down below that you can go and find more. Right now, I'm just trying to tell you what my life is like living with it. And like when it really hit me hard a little over 2 years ago, I was in the process of trying to lose weight, and I was working on it. I had lost some weight, and I have these walk-at-home videos. I don't know how many of you have heard of Leslie Sansone. Man, do I got dark circles under my eyes. I don't know how many of you heard of Leslie Sansone, I think her name is. And she has these walk-at-home videos, and I got like a 5-mile one. Man, I was doing that 5-mile one. I'm doing good. And then I would do even more exercises. I was doing my weights, all that. And then it's like I just came to a screeching stop. It's like all of a sudden I got up one day, I couldn't even barely walk a mile. The weights were too much for me to be lifting. And it's like I just stopped. And now I can't do those things. They say exercise helps, but I try. I have my recumbent bike, I think it's called, over there. I'm going to start getting back on it and doing what I can. And the problem is you got to find like that happy medium spot where you're doing enough for it to help you, but not too much to now the next day you're going to be so worn out that you can't exercise for another week or two because you overdid it. And that's the thing with us with fibromyalgia too, it seems, is that a lot of us, when we have good days, we have days where we get up and like, okay, it's a pretty good day, we overdo it. We push it. We do everything we can't do, especially around the house. My house looks lived in. Let's just say that. I mean, it's not dirty. It's not like really cluttered or bad, but it looks lived in because there's a lot of things I can't do, or it's a struggle to do, or I can't do it all in one day like I used to, because if I push myself to do everything at one time, then I'm just out of commission for at least a few days because I push myself too hard. And then the other thing you get is what's called fibro fog. You have trouble concentrating. I mean, it could be down to where I'm on the computer typing a comment or typing something on Facebook, and it could be the simplest word, and I'm like, how do you spell that? And I'm like in the middle of spelling the word, and I'm like, I just get lost, and I gotta sit and think like, how do you spell that word? I mean, it's so bad that one time I was trying to spell my name and forgot how to spell it. And it seems funny now, but it can be aggravating because you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on with me? I can be in mid-conversation with my husband and totally go blank and forget what I was saying to him. I only got half of a sentence out and I can't remember the rest of the sentence. He can tell me something and just like that, I forget. I mean, I can forget a conversation we just had this morning. And, he's finally getting more used to that because he used to think, well, yeah, I told you already. Not like in a mean way, but like I told you. And I tried to explain to him like, yeah, but I forget real easy. So I keep little notepads around me and little Post-it notes to write things down to try to help me remember. But even then, sometimes I forget. Because if I don't remember to look at the Post-it note, I'm going to forget what it was I wrote on that Post-it note. So it's a struggle. It really is. It's really hard a lot of times, especially when I have 2 little kids. And there's times that I've had to disappoint them. We may have thought of going somewhere, and then I got up and I was having a really bad day. I want to cry. And I've had to tell them, I'm sorry, we can't do that. Mommy just can't do that today. And they try to understand, but they shouldn't have to at 7 and 9 years old, or almost now. They're 6 and 8 right now, but they're almost 7 and 9. They shouldn't have to try to understand that. I feel bad that their childhood is having this memory of mommy not being able to do things. They want me to get on the floor and play with them. I cannot get on that floor. If I do, I can't get back up. I tried to get on the floor this morning to plug in an extension cord. So I have a cord here to plug in my lamp, and then when I want to use my glue gun at my desk, I have a cord to plug it in. I got down on that floor, and when I got up, I was in tears because the pain just through my legs and the tops of my feet from being bent in that position, just plugging in an electric cord. And it's just, it's really hard, and I feel bad because it is unfair to them. It is unfair that they have to deal with a mom who has this and can't do things with them. But anyway, let me move on to the next thing. Like I said, I'll leave a description. Okay, 20 minutes. I'm sorry, guys, I can't see without my glasses on. Let me see if they're better over here. They're glare. Okay, I guess that's a little better. And the next thing I deal with is called Trigmenial Neuralgia. And I'll leave, like I said, description box down below, a link to tell you what it is even more than what I can explain it. I can explain what I go through. I don't totally, completely understand it all, but I know what it is I go through. I get this pain. It took a while to get this diagnosed too. I get this pains, I'm just putting back on. It's the left side of my face. I get this pain. It's called the Trigeminal nerve, and I think it comes from somewhere back here behind your ear and into your face. And I can get pain in the whole side of my face. Sometimes it's just certain areas. Like right now, underneath my eye right here is hurting really bad. And my eye. I get to where my eye just starts twitching and twitching like crazy. It could be my actual eye will twitch, or underneath my eye will just start twitching. And then I'll get these stabbing pains that are like, almost feel like electric shots just shooting in there. And they may last for a few seconds and go away, and then come back and go away, and come back and go away. Now there's two different kinds, and I kind of fall under both categories. There's I think it's T1 and T2. The description will explain more about that. But the T1, I think it's T1 and T2. But the number one is where that's all you basically get. It comes and goes. And then the number 2 one, which is what I really got, but I get some of those electric shocks, is where you always have pain. And that's what I've been having. And I'm on some medication that seemed to have helped it for a while. But over the past couple of weeks, I've been slowly having this flare that just seems to get worse and worse. And it's like my medicine isn't helping. Like right now, I got all pain right here in my jaw. So I'm going to wrap this up soon, because the more I talk, the more it triggers the pains in my jaw, all in here. And I get it a lot right along my cheekbone here. And then it goes back and into my left ear. My head can start hurting too, but I get a lot right here in my temple. I'll get like stabbing pains. And like I said, my eye, it can come up here along this like bridge, the side of the bridge of my nose right here. And it goes all under here. Like I said, my eye will hurt. My eyeball will hurt. And it'll twitch, and I'll get stabbing pains even in my eyeball, and like in my jaw, and excuse me, the wind. My nose is itchy so much. The wind. I need some Kleenex up here. I'm sorry, guys. I keep getting distracted, and I don't know if that's part of my problems too with the fibro, but I get distracted easy. Anyway, a lot of different things can trigger it. And some of my triggers are like when I go out in the cold, especially in the wind, if anything blows on my face, like if I have a fan on in my room in the summertime, I gotta make sure it's not blowing onto my face, because it'll make it worse. Like yesterday it was real windy out, and that made my pain worse. But the cold even does, so I make sure I cover my face as best I can with a scarf to try to keep it warm, and to try to put a little barrier between the wind blowing on it. It could be when I brush my teeth, it can start hurting. Even when I put makeup on. I mean, I got some makeup on today, and no, not the greatest job, but whatever. It can hurt. Like when I put on blush and I brush, it can hurt. When I'm putting on my eye makeup, it can hurt. It can trigger the pain. Chewing, I can't chew gum anymore. I used to like chewing gum. I cannot chew gum anymore, because the constant chewing motion will trigger more and more pain. Like my jaw is hurting a lot today. I'm gonna have to eat like soft mushy stuff. Like I want to try to lose weight and try to eat a certain way and try to eat better, but sometimes all I can eat is real soft stuff. So I eat a lot of we got a box of honey, not real mashed potatoes, because then my fibromyalgia comes in and I can't sit there peeling and cutting and mashing because it hurts my hands and my arms. So I get Hunger Jack mashed potatoes, the instant ones. I eat a lot of those, which I'll probably be eating some today. Or some oatmeal, things that don't really have to require a lot of chewing because it hurts. And like today, it's hurting here, it's going into my ear and my eye, and it's really hard. It's really a bad illness. I've heard that they even call it the suicide disease because the pain sometimes can get so bad, and thank God I haven't had it to that extreme of some people do, and I pray I never do, because they say that that it's progressive, that the pain just gets worse as time goes on. So I don't even want to imagine what the pain's going to be like. I'm just going to worry about the face today, as it says in the Bible, worry about today, tomorrow has worries of its own. So I'm just taking today one day at a time with both my fibromyalgia and my Trigmenial Neuralgia. But it's hard. Like it's hard because I don't know what I say, because I don't want to start crying. It's hard because it's hard for me to even kiss my husband, because it can make the pain, make the pain get worse. And so we haven't been able to really kiss, besides just a little, peck, little thing like that. But to just hold the man I love and kiss him, I can't do that because of the pain. Oh goodness, I can't even, it's hard to, that tears just going to fall because I can't rub that eye. Like I said, it's something that affects, it very rarely affects both sides of your face, but it does my left side. And it's just really hard. But I thank God. I don't know how I would get through all this without him. Without him, without Jesus in my life, I don't know how I would function. I don't know how I would get through each moment of each day without him dealing with these things. Put my glasses on so I can see again. Because it's him. It's only by his strength. His strength gets me through each day. His strength gets me up out of that bed in the mornings. His strength gets me that walk, 10-minute walk to school and 10-minute walk back home from school to take my kids to school and bring them back home. It's a 20-minute walk round trip. When my husband's not here because we only have one car, I gotta do it. I gotta walk. And it's God, especially in this cold. It's God that got me to walk my daughter to school this morning early for choir practice, so she's there at 7:30. Praise the Lord that we were leaving and my neighbor saw us, and she gave me a ride to take my son to school, and then she gave me a ride back home. But this afternoon I gotta go walk to get them and walk back home. But it's God. But God. It's all him that gets me through each moment, through every day. Helps me to function, helps me to take care of my children, helps me to take care of my home, helps me to cook for my family, which is not the best. You see, I haven't done a Dollar Tree haul in a while. I'm gonna try the next time we go to do one, because it's not been a lot of fun stuff. It's just like food and household. But I'm gonna do one, and I know it's not the healthiest food. I want to lose weight. I had lost 30 pounds, and I now at a hiatus because we're on one income, and a lot of the healthy foods are very expensive unless I want to eat nothing but beans and rice for every meal. A lot of the fresh fruits and fresh vegetables and all that stuff is very expensive. So, and then with my health, I can't always stand and cook a meal, stand and make a meal, because it's hard to chop up stuff, and I can't afford to buy the stuff that's already chopped up, because I can barely afford to buy the stuff that's not chopped up. So, I'm just going to do the best I can. And with this Trigmenial Neuralgia, sometimes like I said, all I can eat is, so I got to eat mashed potatoes. I eat oatmeal. I know the only way I like oatmeal is the ones that come in the little packet that are flavored, which I know maybe are not the best for you. But we do what we do, and we do what we can, and I'm just putting it in God's hands, that I do my part. I'm going to start cutting out the things that I can cut out, which is soda, which I will admit I have an addiction to Pepsi. But I'm going to gradually work on cutting it out. I've tried cutting cold turkey, and that just triggers the migraines even more. So I'm gradually cutting it out, having less and less. I could cut out the sweets, because I know they say sugars are not good for inflammation. So I want to try to work on that. But God will get me through. He'll get me through. Well, anyway, I just wanted, this video is much longer than I wanted it to be. Where are we at? Is it 30 minutes? Okay, almost 31 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it up now. So that's a little bit of sharing how my days are living with fibromyalgia and trigeminal neuralgia. Like I said, the link will be below for both of them if you want to look more into that. If you maybe want to check the symptoms out, if you're having similar symptoms. The bad part with fibromyalgia, it's hard to find medication that works because it's such an individual illness. What works for one person won't work for the other person. So I'm still, after 2 years, working on trying to find a medication that works right for me. So I hope you all, I'm going to wrap it up, and I hope you all have a very blessed day. Those of you who made it through this whole long video, thank you. I hope I gave you a little brief glimpse into what fibromyalgia and trigeminal neuralgia are like, and what it's like to live with it. And I thank you for being my friend. I thank you for being there for me, for being an encouragement to me, and just for loving me and blessing me. You all have blessed me so much, and I cannot wait till I'm able to start blessing back. And that's going to be very soon. Will I finally be able to start sending blessings back for all the blessings you all have sent to me. So you all have a wonderful day, safe day. If you're in a cold area like me, try to stay warm. Try not to go out unless you have to. And I will talk to you all again real soon. Love y'all. Bye-bye.